Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I wanted to take this time to explain what Board Gaming Breakfast is, for those of you who aren't catching it live. Board Game Breakfast is a 30-minute live stream that I like to do every weekday morning from 8 a.m. Eastern Time to about 8:30, depending on how long the breakfast goes. What I generally talk about there is I'll bring one of the games that I've been playing recently that's been on my mind that I find very enjoyable, and I'll discuss sort of the high-level highlights of what I find interesting in the game. It's not a full overview of how the game plays. It's enough to kind of jump into, hopefully, uh, explain sort of the parts of the game that really stimulate my brain. And then from there, we often will spin our wheel of mechanics, which I've created I've taken a whole list from Board Game Geek of their uh, mechanics that they signify are actual mechanics, and I've added them to a wheel. I've kind of audited it so that they are mechanics that I know what they are, and I'm constantly adding in new mechanics as I discover them. But we will spin the wheel and have to do a 5-minute brainstorm exercise to add one of those mechanics into the game that we've talked about. And then we wrap up the live stream with creating a game out of thin air in a 5-minute brainstorm. And we use a game generator from letsmakeagame.net, which will give us these 4 different criteria of a prompt. I believe it is theme, rule, genre, and setting potentially. But it'll generate 4 so that on the fly we have to work through the design process of how we might test that that game prompt. And so after the 5 minutes of each exercise, uh, we will leave it with recapping of where we got through in the exercise. And then we'll talk about what the next steps would be to get it from where we mocked it up on my tablet to getting it to a playable setting. And so if any of that interests you, I would happily encourage you to jump into the live streams and engage, or, come into the channel and watch the live streams after they're complete to continue the conversation in the comments. We have a Discord channel set up and a blog for you to engage there if those are better formats for you to talk game design with us. And so I would highly encourage anyone that finds any of that interesting to participate, because I love to hear other people's perspectives and would be happy to grow this brainstorming breakfast with the community around it. So with that, I'm going to wrap up by saying I appreciate everyone who watches my videos, and I'm looking forward to continuing the game brainstorming conversation with everyone. Have a good one.